was released in 2010, was written and directed by Christopher Nolan, and it features a brilliant ensemble cast, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Ken Watanabe, and Michael Caine. Inception tells the story of Dom Cobb, a brilliant thief who steals people's ideas while going into their subconscious mind. But Cobb is given the impossible task by Ken Watanabe's character of Inception, which is to plant an idea into a person's mind rather than extract an idea. And it is up to Cobb and his sidekick Arthur, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and a team of brilliant individuals to help him pull off this impossible idea. As always guys, thank you for supporting this channel. Please keep on supporting it. Hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit that alarm bell as well so you can get notifications from me when my videos are going to be uploaded, and give this video a like as well. Inception is beyond a shadow of a doubt one of the most innovative, original and most entertaining films that came out in 2010. 2010 wasn't that great a year for films. There were some good films, but unfortunately there was a whole lot of bad ones. And even when you see this list that I've compiled, is very, very short because there weren't that many good films that came out that I personally enjoyed. Along comes Inception, which is as clever as it is entertaining. And for a summer blockbuster, that is a rarity because it is these types of films that you usually reserve for the latter half of the year. After the Batman films, Christopher Nolan solidified his status as this is the director to go to, and one of the most trusted directors around. But when Inception came out, it catapulted him to the top of one of the best directors of all time. And rightly so. This was just an incredible film from start to finish. And it was a very, very involving film. The best way to describe Inception is if you take James Bond, add The Matrix, add Mission Impossible, add a few elements of Ocean's 11, a small dose of Total Recall, stir it in a pot, you've got Inception. And it literally has all of these things. It is a brilliant watch from start to finish. The money was there on the screen. Visually, writing-wise, acting-wise, ticks all the boxes. 10 out of 10 on all levels. And to see 3D artwork, like the Penrose steps, and to see all of these put on screen, visually, was a real treat, and this film rightly deserved to win an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. Christopher Nolan is a very, very practical director. He doesn't rely too heavily on visual effects. He'll prefer to do the real thing, just like James Cameron. So in Inception, there's only 500 visual effects shots, compared to a large-scale film that will probably have 4 times that amount, such as Avatar, such as Titanic. What I love most about Inception is you don't know the time frame when this film is set in. It could easily be the future, but it could be present day. And we've got the equipment to basically make these types of things a reality. And I like that the most. I think that had this film been set in the future and we would have seen flying cars and all that stuff, I wouldn't have believed it or taken it seriously. But the cast in this film is just brilliant. Leonardo DiCaprio's star just kept on ascending, and he moved away from the Jack Dawson role and established himself as a very, very credible actor, and in this case, a very credible action star. The role that he was playing as the tortured Cobb was pretty much similar to the role that he played in Shutter Island, but it was a little bit more reserved. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Wow. This young man has come a very, very long way since The Third Rock from the Sun, and he was a brilliant sidekick to Leonardo DiCaprio's character Cobb. I liked what he brought to the role, and Christopher Nolan will collaborate with him again in The Dark Knight Rises. And you've got a brilliant ensemble cast. Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, all lend fine support. The excellent Ken Watanabe, who first worked with Christopher Nolan on Batman Begins. But Christopher Nolan liked what he brought to that role so much that he wanted to give him a more extensive role in the future film that he would write for him, which was to be Inception. You have small guest appearances by Michael Caine, and you also see the late, great Pete Postlethwaite as Mr. Fisher. And that was one of the last roles that he did before his untimely passing in 2011. Why I say that this film's like Ocean's 11 / Mission Impossible is the fact that when the team come together, all of these guys have their own individual duties to do to make sure that Inception is pulled off. My favorite part of this film is when we actually see the team come together to talk about how they're gonna pull off this feat. Their ideas, just how they're gonna pull it off, the designing of the mazes, it was just incredible to watch. And it was so involving. You literally feel that they're gonna pull off a heist, and that is what makes you feel all the more engaged. Cinematography, production, visuals, brilliant. You got the legendary Hans Zimmer to add a musical score to this film, and it was that score that just made the Inception all the more brilliant, and it just complemented the film brilliantly. Inception isn't just an action film / science fiction thriller, it's also a mystery. One of the recurring themes in Inception is Moll, Cobb's wife. We learn that she died, but there's speculation as to how she would have died and whether Cobb was responsible. And that could have been a distraction, but it wasn't, because she regularly shows up throughout the narrative and there are flashback sequences as to what happened. Christopher Nolan is a brilliant director, and when it comes to handling action set pieces, he's one of the best. And Inception has some brilliant set pieces. From some great shootouts, the zero-gravity hallway fight. One of the most inventive and one of the most entertaining sequences that you will ever see put to film. We have the final action sequence, where they're at the snow layer. The shootouts, the fights, the action sequences, all brilliantly put together. Christopher Nolan drew inspiration from On Her Majesty's Secret Service for that particular scene. I would also say that there was also some inspiration from A View to a Kill. The fact that they're all wearing white and that the action sequences are taking place in the snow. But 10 years on, Inception is a very, very ambitious science fiction, action, psychological, thriller, mystery. It is all of those things mixed into one. It was a film that redeemed 2010. That it wasn't just going to be a crap year for films. There were actually going to be some classics, and this was one of them. And imitation is the highest form of flattery. There were certain scenes in Inception that were imitated by other artists. Lil Wayne, who did a video, and there were certain scenes that he literally copied from Inception, from the bathtub sequence where Leonardo is kicked into the bathtub to the final truck sequence where they're being chased and the truck crashes into the water. But it is a film that just requires second and third viewing. But Inception, it is a gripping, entertaining, and incredibly satisfying film with an ending that is somewhat reminiscent of Total Recall. And if you haven't seen it, what the bloody hell are you waiting for? Watch it. Because this is a film that easily gets another 10 out of 10 from me, and one that you should own on DVD if you don't have it already. So, that's my review of Inception. As always, guys, thanks for supporting this channel. Keep on supporting it. Hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit that alarm bell as well so you can get notifications from me when my videos are going to be uploaded. Help give this video a like as well, because that's what's going to help the channel grow. Leave your comment with, what do you think is Christopher Nolan's best film? Leave your comment in the comment section, and as always, I will see you all on the next film review.